I did the best I could. They had food all the time. I did provide for my children.
Nova had mentioned not being able to get into the house.
I didn't know that was going on.
I'm getting ready to walk in and speak to Sonia, who has been accused by her children of being a terrible mom, not even being a mom at all. In fact, just being absent. Now, according to my team, she tends to ramble. So I wanted to get at least some concise thoughts from her on tape before I sit down with her. So what I mean is they may have talked to her for an hour to get a few concise thoughts. So let's take a look at those, and then I'm going to talk to her.
When my kids were younger, I was a good mom. Even if I had to work 2 or 3 jobs, I did provide for my children. Back then, they had pretty much everything they wanted. They did have all the clothing that they needed. They had food all the time. I did the best I could. I fought hard.
When did things start to change?
I have to say this, bad men in my life. I kept choosing these abusive men. That's a huge, huge thing.
Nova had mentioned that she and Chance not being able to get into the house. Do you recall this incident?
I didn't know that was going on. I didn't know anything about that. No. Then I started getting incredibly sick. I felt like I was going to die. In 2012, they found a brain tumor. When I told Nova about what was going on with me medically, she was nonchalant. It's like, really, Mom? I was hurt. When all this stuff was happening, my children were nowhere to be found. It did feel like they had abandoned me. I do want my children to know that I am very much a different person. Spiritually, I'm with Jesus. I've never been so good with God as I am now. Nothing is impossible with God. I'm hoping that we can find some healing.
Certainly a different story than her children are saying, so let's sit down and talk to her.
Hi.
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 Sonia, Dr. Phil.
Hi.
How are you?
Nice to meet you. Fine, thank you.
I wanted to talk to you before we go out to visit with the kids. Why haven't you spoken to Dustin and Chance in almost 8 years? And Nova,
They're
3
angry.
years.
They're angry with me. I know they're angry with me.
Oh, yeah. But why haven't you talked to them in 8 years and 3 years for Nova?
I was a bad alcoholic, a horrible alcoholic. I made horrible choices, and alcohol was my God.
At one point you said you had a brain tumor. Then you say you were sick. And then you say you didn't know God. Then so
Everything.
What is it? Did you have a brain tumor?
It's everything.
What happened to the brain tumor?
I have a pituitary tumor.
Uh-huh. But you told your kids that you had a brain tumor and it was going to kill you.
That's what I was told. If I didn't take care of it, it could kill me.
Well, I've looked at your medical records, and it says they're negative for having a mass, that you had a growth on your pituitary, which was not malignant, didn't require surgery, and it was certainly not life-threatening in any way whatsoever.
What was causing the major problems with my health was the side effects from everything that was going on. When I was in Springfield, this was horrible.
Now, don't just respond to my questions here. And I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't mean to be rude, but I do mean to be focused.
Right.
Your kids tell me that you locked them out of the house when they were 13, 14 years of age.
No.
In the cold, in Ohio, locked them out of the house, told them they were not welcome there.
Not ever. I would have never done
That
that.
if they got inside the house, that it was overrun with cockroaches, there was no food, and if there was food, you would take the food into your bedroom with your boyfriend and eat it while they sat outside the door
roaches got
hungry.
terrible.
Did you take food in your bedroom with your boyfriend and eat it while they sat outside hungry?
Never. Not while they were
Because they say
hungry.
you did.
No. No.
What do you mean not while they were hungry?
No. I mean, I would eat in my bedroom, but they would be eating too. No. We would all be eating at the same time.
So they're lying about that.
I don't see why they wouldn't have been eating. I mean, why wouldn't they have been eating?
Well, you're their mother, you tell me. Dustin took custody of these children when he was 18.
I gave him custody.
Why would you let an 18-year-old child raise your children that are 13 and 14? You're their mother.
Well, I talked to their father about it, and I wasn't capable of taking care of him anymore.
I've been through your whole history here, your whole medical history.